Hula hooping is a fun, easy way to burn calories and exercise. And now hula hooping is called hooping. And hooping is actually using the thicker, heavier material than the hoops that you find in the stores today. Hi, I'm Suzanne Jorgensen, Utah State University Extension Educator in Family and Consumer Sciences. And today I'd like to show you how to make a hula hoop. There are several things that you need to make your hula hoop. One of the things is the tubing. This can be found at a home improvement store. You want between 100 and 160 psi and make it any place from about 3/4 inch to an inch, depending on your size and how heavy of a hula hoop that you want. And the way you measure your irrigation tubing is by your height. So starting from the floor, you'll want the hoop to measure either between your belly button and your shoulder height. The taller the hoop is, the larger it will be and the slower it will spin. You'll find your tubing, irrigation tubing, at the plumbing section of your home improvement store. And depending on how many you're going to make might depend on what kind of tools you invest in. If you're going to just make one or two, you might just find what you've got at home. A hacksaw, but make sure that you can use it safely, or some kind of a pruning tool with the long handles might cut your tubing for you. Just make sure that you'll get a smooth cut and that you can insert your connector into it. These are two different tools that I have found. One is a Ratchet Cutter and the other one is just a regular tube cutter. And these were both found at the plumbing section where I found the tubing. These were each about $15. And so normally if you make several of them, your cost can be about $5 a tube. Depending on how many you make, of course your cost will be less based on how many you do. The next thing that you'll need is the connector. Whatever size tubing you get, you want to get the same size connector to connect it with. To insert the connector into the tubing, you'll want to heat it up some way. You can either use a hair dryer or a space heater can work as well. One way that works pretty well is just heating up your water in a microwave, and if you get it boiling, and then you can put the tubing into the hot water, let it heat up a few seconds, and then insert the connector into the tubing. And then the next thing you'll want to do to make your hula hoop a little bit heavier is to pour a cup of water into your tube. I like to insert the first piece of the connector into one side of the tubing so that you don't have to wrangle your tube when you go to put your next piece in and try to figure out how to keep the water from coming out. So now I'm going to heat up the second side of my tubing. And they just go together pretty easily. So this is what your finished tubing looks like. It's just a plain black hoop, and then you'll want to decorate it. So for decorating, there's different kinds of things that you can use. The first thing you'll want to do is take some duct tape and tape your connection that you just made. That's not required. I haven't ever seen them leak, but that's an extra precaution to keep your hoop together. And now you're ready to decorate it. I like to start with the foil tape. This can also be found in the plumbing supplies. And This tape is actually twice as wide. It's the same size as duct tape. And I had my husband cut these rolls in half to make them smaller to use for decorating. The foil tape is actually wider than you need. You can cut it in half or in thirds and make it smaller. This is what it will look like after you wrap it with the foil tape. Then the next thing you can wrap it with is some different colored tapes. The electrical tape comes in different colors. They're not quite as bright as the duct tape, but it's a lot easier to use and it's already cut to the correct width. Duct tape comes in a lot of fun colors and designs now. As you can see, I have multiple rainbow colors and designs. There's animal prints, there's different words, peace symbols, camo tape, you name it, you can probably find it in duct tape. So I put 3 colors on this tube. I cut my duct tape another time to make it even smaller. When you cut it by hand, it's very tedious, but if you want to have multiple colors and multiple size duct tape, then it's worth it. If you're going to want to do tricks with a hula hoop, you will want to use a lighter weight hula hoop. The hoops that we have are a lot heavier and they are not fun when they run into your nose. So try your hand at hooping and making a hula hoop and hoop it up. For more information on hula hooping, go to our website, livewellutah.org, and type in hooping.